Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We're back in the Late Age TNG game, and I've actually already looked at this turn and I've mostly played it out. This isn't a big turn, so I don't think we missed... there wasn't much of a shocker in the reveal. So there were a few attacks here. We successfully raided a few of these provinces. Let's just look on the map, it'll be easier. So we came back on top of the throne province here, and he just had like one PD. Then we raided this province successfully, and here we were magic phased attacked by Great Hawks, which went perfectly. Except I realized that I didn't bother to script this properly, so we actually have our mages in the back. Now these guys, this was a magic phase, so he can't tell them hold an attack rear, or just attack rear, but I should have had these guys up in the PD blob. You can see how they're placed. This is completely wrong. Like, this is placed to raid, to attack into a province, but this isn't a good defensive position against little birds. And here we raided this province and we got it without a problem. Now we can see last turn there was a medium-sized army here, and it's moved away. And in fact, it's not here either. So it perhaps has moved. I think there was a fort here. Anyways, it's moved somewhere, which is fine. I think... So I've done already the recruitment micro, and what I have adjusted for this turn is here we were recruiting some ancestor smiths. I would like to resume air death recruitment because I'd like to get some more air 2 guys. We're not getting any luck with our cat mages. And also more death 2. Even if we don't get air 2, they'll all be death 2. And that's going to be really nice for Wrath of the Ancestors, because this means you can poop out 2 of these before you pass out from fatigue. So I definitely want those. But I turned off a little bit of recruitment and turned down this recruitment to just be Masters of the Way, so that I would have 400 gold to build a temple here. We finished the Palisades. Now, I don't have enough gold to start a fort here next turn, but the Palisades is the key step. So we'll get a temple going, and then we'll turn it up into a fort next turn. So that's good. Okay. So let's decide how we're going to. I hadn't quite finished this turn. We're moving these shaman onto the front here. I am chilling with the death gems. Right now we finished Evocation 6, which means we have Wailing Winds, which is amazing. And now we're just going to work our way down Conjuration. And what I really need now is Siege Chaff, because man has upgraded all his forts to citadels, which are like 750 wall integrity. Now my army here, my sieging army, has 262 siege strength. So I actually have a decision to make. And I know last time I implied that I wasn't going to sit on this and take it, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I think I might. So the reason I might do it is because I know that this is only going to take 3 turns to siege down, because my siege strength is 262, and he doesn't have anything in here because he moved everything out to fight this fight here. So this is completely empty. Now this one here is pretty empty. Actually, we can... no, we don't have enough siege strength here. We only have 10 siege strength, so you can see here that in Stone Heavens we need more men to breach it. So this is like doing nothing. I'm just keeping these guys on here so that he can't recruit. And that's going to be an important thing. I would like to get around and sort of be able to sit on all of his forts so he can't recruit. The problem is that in a fort like this one, he's got like, I don't know, I figure he's been recruiting a bunch of Magisters. So let's say he has 10. I don't think he has 20 Magisters, but 10 Magisters is more than enough to kill this pile of Sacreds. And I feel these are kind of more useful to me as like a constant raiding force, so we're going to keep raiding with them. And before we forget, let's fix actually, let's make sure, yeah, he's with his guys and this guy's with his guys. So we're going to move here to threaten more raids down here. And over here, I already put the 1 PD. We're going to move here. Now here, I would like to continue raiding, but we're not going to use the Sacreds. I think we're just going to use, not this many, but we're just going to use some regular Barbarian Heavy Cav for this raid over here. And we'll move these Sacreds in here. And we're just going to keep taking provinces. In fact, let's do this like this. Hold an attack rear. Hold an attack closest. Stay behind troops. So you can actually be... I guess you could be kind of here. You can be a blob for hold an attack rear. And you could be a little line or whatever. Because he does have a significant force. And I think he had a fort here, if I remember. So he probably pulled back. But it's pretty predictable that I'm raiding all these provinces. So if he moves out, for example, with a big army here or with a big army here, then I would lose whatever raiding army is happening here. So this has to be really low commitment. Enough, obviously, to kill any PD, but not much more than that. Now, what I do with my main army at this point is also an interesting question. Oh, here we have more Sacreds. You know, I think we kind of maybe... maybe we just drop off all the Sacreds here and double down. And let's get the Shaman. Sure, let's just keep moving the Shaman up. So this wasn't quite my original plan, but here's my thinking. So one option is to take my big army and just move it onto his cap and just take the cap. But I think I am getting... So, okay. Man hit is sort of at the peak of his power. In the sense that he had enchantment 7, so he had mass flight. He has thunder strikes. He has astral. He has enslaved mind, so he has astral 6. Now I haven't seen. I think he did air elementals, so he has air 5. The only thing he doesn't really have is alteration, so I guess he'd save that for last. So he hasn't gone into Fog Warriors. So next time we fight, I would expect him to have Fog Warriors. What else could he bring that he didn't bring before? He could have mass protection, and if he was stuck without nature access, he could even do a whole bunch of Marble Warriors, although that's risky because it gives you susceptibility to cold, and I was using a fair amount of cold damage with my little mages. But Fog Warriors isn't going to be super relevant because I have magic weapons on my Bless with the death weapons and whatnot. So, by the time we're going to have our next battle, the battle that we had was completely lopsided. I completely crushed him. In fact, so much so that it's really one of the things I do want to do is I really do want to invest in some gear like a temporary gem items, because I wasn't sure how that first battle would go, and it feels bad if you're just going to have one fight. For example, in nature, don't make a 50 nature gem item like this to use for one fight, then, because you're only using 2 gems in that fight. But of course, if you're constantly fighting, then it's totally worth it to make this. It'll pay for itself eventually. And it also makes you kind of more free to use it however you wish. But you want to make sure that you're not going to lose the mage. Now, I'm pretty confident I'm not going to lose mages much in a fight with man anymore. The next battles that we have, although he might have those extra buffs, are actually going to be even worse for him because now he's going to be up against Wailing Winds, and he'll also be up against Wrath of the Ancestors, which will be pretty fun to see. So I'm confident about the final battle. So I don't mind. In other words, I am not too worried about letting him accumulate more guys. And taking this is not bad. First of all, this is actually a pretty, there's a great silver mine here. So this is actually a decent amount of gold income. Now there's not a lot, I guess. Well, I say that. I guess it's not counting the great silver mine. But this is like a decent income province. So I don't mind sieging this down. I need to, it's kind of weird for me to fight him now. Because marching onto his cap means provoking a second big fight, which he would fight with his pretender and everything. So I would want to bring a big mage core, more than just the little buffs that I have here. I kind of need, this guy has to be doing Wailing Winds, so he has to join the Communion. That's really going to drain the Communion because it's, cross paths. So I think I need more Astral Mages. We could do it, but I think we can afford to wait a few turns. And like I said, the other thing is I would like to wait until we get Conjuration 7. There's no reason why not. Plus, that's actually, the ghosts are really good in a fort battle because they just run right through the walls because they're ethereal. So how many turns is that going to take? Well, we're basically at Conjuration 4 now. Conjuration 4 is 7. So next turn we're going to be at Conjuration 5. Then that's going to be 1300. So 1300 to get from 5 to 6, and then another 2400 to get from 6 to 7. So we have another 3700 to do. So that's going to be about 4 or 5 more turns until we get to Conjuration 7. So I think the timing there is pretty nice. 2 more turns of sieging, we take this fort, and then after we move on to here, and we'll have everything we need to take, the final battle. Now, the other thing is that'll give me time once I hit Conjuration. Actually, it is Conjuration 7. I thought it was earlier. Conjuration 7 is going to allow us to do Mound Fiends, which is where we're going to dump all of our death gems for a while, because Mound Fiends allow us to summon skeletons, to animate skeletons for free, and that is going to be our siege chaff, because we need siege chaff in the late age to bring down these castles, and we're just using heavy cav, which is pretty bad. I mean, they're good units, but they're not very efficient. Siege chaff, right? There's siege strength 1 for 20 gold, or whatever they cost. Yeah, 20 gold. Whereas you get the exact same siege strength from a 10 gold heavy footman, right? So definitely worth investing in some kind of free spawn siege chaff. Plus, having a horde of skeletons is going to be really nice in case we get threatened by these underwater nations, because it actually gives us a way to threaten stuff underwater. So anyway, so that is the plan, and I think with that we've kind of done the turn. So this is going to be a quick episode, but I think that's it. Do we have PD where we need it? Yep. Oh, here we don't for some reason. That's awkward. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We set the recruitment here. Yeah, we're moving the sacreds here. Okay, I think that's going to be it. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.